Hello, lovely people. I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are. It's Hila here, Saturday Night Stitch, and thank you so much for tuning in. So today I am doing a fabric haul, but I'm doing it a little bit differently. So as the fabric comes in, I'm going to record the haul, and then I'll stitch all of the videos together and do a fabric haul for the month when I get to a new month. So we're just going to try this out and see how this works out. But yeah, today I received the guitars fabric. So in a previous fabric haul video, I did mention how I ordered a quick sew men's camp shirt pattern because I am making something for my father-in-law. Okay, and he loves playing the guitar, and I've been trying to encourage him to do his YouTube channel where he just shares the folk music that he plays on acoustic guitar. So I thought it would be wonderful to make him a shirt using guitars fabric, and I spent ages, absolute ages, looking for suitable fabric. I mean, I say that as if it was a tedium labor, like it was so hard drawn out, but it's not true. I love shopping for fabric online. So, yeah, really enjoyed looking for the fabrics. There were a lot of electric guitar type fabrics, but he doesn't play the electric guitar. He plays like these lovely old-fashioned wooden acoustic guitars, and this one was absolutely perfect for it. So I got this from Elephant in my bag or Elephant in my handbag, and they specialize in quilting cottons. Now, having said that, even though this is a quilting cotton, it's not as stiff as a quilting cotton. I was very pleasantly surprised at the drape. Now look at that. See, you're even getting the curves with it, whereas normally with the quilting cotton, it kind of like it juts in. So I was very pleasantly surprised. You could make a dress with this, especially if you wanted to go for a fit and flare, and you would have the swish and the movement with it. So I was very impressed. I got 1 meter just to be on the safe side, even though this is just going to be the panel down the side. But yeah, it's really beautiful, and it's got one of those really well done selvages that you can save, and you can use this as a stay tape for V-neck lines or just as a stay tape where a stay tape is required. So see if I can get it to focus without knocking over my tripod. But it's a really good selvage edge. So one of the things that I learned from Janet Pray's class is how useful the selvages are. So I don't throw them out. I keep them and I use them as and when. But the details, let's see. So this is a Dan Morris design 2019 for QT Fabrics. So very happy with that. I like the one blue guitar here as well, because my father-in-law, he's got like these really piercing blue eyes. So I think that this is really gonna pick out his eyes and all that. I'm having so much fun doing this actually, so I was very happy. So the next stage for me is to go shopping for the contrasting fabric. So I'm not confident that I'll be able to get a good contrasting fabric by shopping online for it, because I need something that really matches this off-whiteness or something like that. So I'm going to have to go fabric shopping. Again, I'm saying it as if it's a huge and I love going fabric shopping. I mean, I just can't wait to see what's going to fall into my basket when I go shopping, but that'll be fun. So the other thing that I have is a Minerva brand ambassador make, and I'm making myself finally an apron that is inspired by Claire Fraser's apron from season 5. So in season 5 of Outlander, she's wearing like this really lovely apron. It's got a square neckline and sort of flares out and it's tied up. So I was like, I absolutely want something like that, and I'm going to make it. Because what's the use of sewing skills if you're not going to be able to realize something like that? So I got this. I chose this Robert Kaufmann linen fabric because it is very similar in look to the Claire Fraser apron from season 5 of Outlander. It's got a really beautiful selvage. I'm going to try and incorporate the selvage edge into something. So I looked around at some apron sewing patterns, and I found a free one from Tessuti, which is an Australian company, and so I got that free apron style. I'm going to make a few adjustments to it to make it closer to the Claire style apron that I want. And the idea is that when I'm wearing my nice clothes, like this dress that I'm wearing, and I have to cook and things are spluttering and splashing over me, I can just quickly just rub it on, and it still looks, pretty nice and stylish. And it's something that I'll be able to use out in the garden as well. And it's got deep pockets. So I'm quite excited, looking forward to making this. And yeah, so these are the fabrics that I have to show you for now. I will be back very soon with more fabrics. So like most quilting cottons, it's very narrow. So it's like a 40-inch wide, as you can see. Yeah, my hands aren't even bent. It's really quite narrow. So if you're thinking of getting this, just be aware of the width. You probably need to get more than you would for a standard one. But really lovely. I can't wait. I really can't wait. This is going to be awesome. And I also had this idea that if I have enough left over, I might make him a flat cap as well. But, my husband thinks that might be a little bit too much, but we shall have to see. Hello, it's another day now. It's a really gloriously sunny day. I've woken up super early. It's about 7 a.m. The kids are still sleeping because they don't have school today. But I wanted to show you some of the fabrics that I picked up yesterday. We stopped by a charity shop, thrift shop, and I think there's somebody who's been going through their old sewing stuff, because I found some fabrics, which is pretty awesome. So let me show you. I found this, and I got this for only £1. And this looks like a chambray. Let's see. So it's a lovely pink chambray. You can tell it's a chambray because with the chambray you've got you get the white threads on the weft, I think, and then you have the pink threads on the the other bit that goes up. But yeah, it's 100% cotton, definitely, as you can see that. Yeah, it's very narrow though. It's very narrow piece of fabric, but there's enough here probably for me to make a shirt sleeveless or something like that. But it's pink, so you can imagine my joy at finding this at a charity shop, and I got it for £1. There's I'd say it's about 2.5 meters long and just a little bit over a meter wide. Look at that. So I was very, very happy. The other thing that I got from the same charity shop, this one was £1.50, and this is a crepe fabric, and it's in a blush pink. So it's crepe. You can see from the bubble over there, but it's a very muted pink. It's a little bit wider, and there's probably about 1.5 meters of it. So enough to make some sort of a small dress, I would say, or a blouse. But yes, I couldn't let it go because I just thought, oh wow, this is in really good condition. So we hold this up against me. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I think I could have fun with it. So then the other thing that I got was a tablecloth. It's summer. We're doing a lot of eating outdoors, and I needed a new tablecloth for the outdoors table. And I came across this. This one was only £1. And it's a hand-painted panel. Is here? Look at that. God. So it looks like it was hand-painted, and it just feels really, really lovely. And it's a tablecloth, so it's just got this slightly overlocked edge. It doesn't have a label on it or anything like that, which makes me think that this was potentially handmade, specially handmade, because this is a, you can see the paint strokes, but it is absolutely gorgeous, and it's just the right size for our outdoor table, which I was very happy to find. So it is fabric, so it does count. And I got it for £1.50, so pretty awesome. Also, another thing that I found in the bric-a-brac section, which I always check, especially the bit that's got the knitting needles or any cross-stitching things. Sorry, my voice sounds a little bit weird because all this lovely weather means a high pollen count, which means that my hay fever, my allergies are just like on high alert. But that's okay. I will take that for the sun. But it does mean that my voice does sound a little bit weird because I'm sort of like a little bit bunged up. But yeah, so in this section with the knitted stuff and cross-stitching things, I found for 50p, for only 50p, 50 cents, a 100% silk scarf. And this feels so gorgeous. And it's a vintage silk scarf. So it's a small silk square, just like that. And this is so beautiful. It feels so beautiful. So I got it, and I'm just going to use it as a little scarf sometimes to tie around my neck, or I will use it around my hair, just, or even do sort of like a 50s style thing. But yeah, I love it. I love it. And it feels so soft. And I got this for 50p. So I was very happy to get that. And then the other thing as well, my gosh, these are all pinks. Yeah. So I also received the fabric for my June Minerva brand ambassador make, because I'm actually recording. These are the things that I'm getting in June, and then I'll post the video in July. I'm not trying out this new thing differently. But I saw this and I thought, how cute, how adorable. We have a strawberry patch and we have a cherry tree and we've got some raspberries. So I was like, oh, let's get this right. And when I got this, I knew straight away that I wanted to make the walkaway dress, the butterick vintage dress. This is what this was going to become. And I was going to use like a red bias binding. It was just going to be epic. But I made the mistake of opening this fabric package when the kids were around. And the moment my girls laid eyes on this, they were just like, really, please, I would love a dress in that, And my husband was just standing there looking at me, and everybody else was looking at me. And I was just kind of like, okay, all right, I'm going to do it. So I'm going to actually, so anyway, I decided that because I really like the quality of the fabric. So it is a cotton fabric, but it's a really beautifully woven cotton fabric. And you can tell because it's got a really decent selvage. So if you want to tell if your cotton is a really good quality, you can tell by the selvage edge, because that's one of the ways that you can skimp, that you can cut costs by just not having a nice selvage. So I could use this selvage in it, and it's also got some little red currants, which are we have all of this fruit in our garden, and yeah, so I just feel like this is really, really appropriate for it. But this is le quilt stuff from France. Confiture for jam for, so it's like a fruit jam. This makes me happy. I hadn't realized that it's actually from France, and this makes me happy. We haven't been able to travel to France this year, which I love. I love camping in Europe, and I just love being in France. So I kind of feel like I have some French fabric, so maybe that's my little bit of France for this year. But yeah, it's a really beautiful one. It's got a really good drape to it. So anyway, I've decided that I'm actually going to buy some more of this fabric to make myself my walkaway dress, because I think it will just look fabulous in this. It's a little bit out there. It's got the pink background. Yeah. Later on, I'm hoping today to have the time to go to Fabrics for All to find the contrasting fabric to go for this shirt to make for my father-in-law, who's coming at the end of the month. So that's my deadline for that project. See you soon. Have a great day. I just think it looks fabulous. it's my cleaning day today, but this quickly came through the post. Monday is my cleaning day, by the way, because Sundays are screen-free Sundays, and the kids just they just messed up the house completely. So Monday is my cleaning day. But I quickly wanted to show you some fabric that came through the post, and it's some Tana lawn. It's a fat quarter. There's this shop in eBay where they sell the plain colors, almost every single plain color, Liberty Tana lawn. And so that's where I get my plain color ones to use as contrasting. That's where I got the pink one for my upcoming shirt dress thingy. But this is the navy, and I was sewing up. Oh, this looks really quite nice. I think navy might be a good neutral color for me. But let me show you the project that I was sewing up, that as I was about to get started on the collar, I actually realized that, you know what, this top would be a lot more wearable and a lot more versatile if I added a navy, a darker color collar and cuff. And then I went and I ordered this. Okay, so I'd started working on this top here using this Crepe de Chine, Liberty Crepe de Chine. So this is the back. And I have to do the collar. And that's why I thought, oh, the collar would look so great in a contrast fabric. So I didn't have, the only silk fabrics that I have is white and pink. So I thought, let me get the Tana lawn because I needed something of a matching weight, and I thought it would be better to get that. And I think that that's going to work. And the idea is that I'll then be able to wear this top with navy blue skirts and navy jeans, indigo type jeans, which I really, really like. So that's going to be on the collar and on the cuffs, and I'll be able to continue with this today. I'm also wearing a Liberty Tana lawn. This is a Ogden Cami top that I made last year, and I wore this so much over summer. I love the cami top. Yeah, and I'm wearing, this is a Burda 9 2020 linen skirt. Yeah, and I think it's a lovely look. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get into the sewing cave today because it's my cleaning day, but I just wanted to share the fabric with you that I got. And also, I forgot to share, this has been my favorite Burda calendar page. This is the June, and I love this. I love it. It's just so inspiring. So more. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit with any more fabric, hopefully. It's Monday. It's my cleaning day, and I was just going out to empty the trash, and I actually found that I received this. So this is a fabric that I ordered last week. There was something weird going on with the mail, actually, because we have a subscription to The Economist, which comes every Saturday, but we didn't get it this Saturday, and instead it came today, Monday. So let's open up and see. I'm so excited because I saw this fabric, and it was one of those times where you see a fabric and I just bought it straight away because it was a designer dead stock fabric, because Minerva does a lot of designer dead stock fabrics. And this is an Armani dead stock fabric. And now the last Armani fabric that I got was this gorgeous black and red silk crepe de Chine. I made a really beautiful dress and I love it. So when I saw this one, it only had, I think it only had something like 37 meters or 38 meters in stock. And it was a new arrival. So I was like, no, we're going to get it straight away. And oh, you guys, it's even lovelier in person. And it feels so, oh my God, literally, this, it just puddles like that. It's so smooth. I cannot wait. So I bought 3 meters of this. It's, you know, it's not a brand ambassador, by the way. This is my own thing, but I loved the colors on the video, and they're even actually more saturated than what I saw, because that's the thing with shopping online sometimes is, you know, your screen resolutions and things like that. But oh, I love this. I love this so much. But can you see how the drape is so fluid? It's almost like it's, you know, the embodiment of liquidness. Look at that. So floaty. So floaty. English is not my first language, so forgive me. But, oh, wow. So what am I thinking of making with this? So when I saw it, I immediately wanted to make sort of like a really ultra feminine dress with a V-neck, covered buttons, gathered bodice, gathered sleeves tucked in. So I do think that this is going to be pretty awesome. So you see, really glad that I got this, actually, that I didn't hesitate on actually getting it. So really looking forward to sewing it, but I just wanted it to be sweepy. That's why I got 3 meters. So with 3 meters, I know I can make a maxi dress if I decide to make a maxi dress out of something. The most frustrating thing sometimes for me would be to get a floaty fabric like this and then realize that the fabric wants to be a maxi, but I didn't order enough and it's gone. It's completely gone. But I am very, very happy with this. I cannot wait to make something with it. Maybe I'll be able to make it in time for August and sort of like do the final summer. Oh, the summer solstice was today, by the way, at 3:31, which is awesome. It's actually the 21st of June today. So we had the longest day here in the Northern Hemisphere, which is always pivotal. The summer solstice and the winter solstice are just really important points in my year. That's how I divide my year up. And it was a good one. It was a really, really good one. Got to see the sunrise, was just really thankful that, we've had a wonderful past 6 months and we are looking forward to the next 6 months and looking forward to the next winter solstice, which is the next big point. There is going to be the autumnal equinox, but it's not as big as this one. But I also managed to get all of my plants planted out, the ones that I grew from seed, which I was very happy with. We had a very, late frosts, which impacted a lot of the gardening plants, and a lot of the gardening plants actually really suffered because it got really hot and then it got freezing cold again, and so quite a lot of them died. But, we've got a bit of color and I'm grateful for that. Ooh, but I'm so excited about this. Yeah, happy days. Oh, sorry, this is an apron that I made for myself, so quick to make. I think it must have taken something like 30 minutes to put together. It's a Tessuti apron, right? And it's one of those that's crossed over the back. And I've been loving wearing this because it's so easy to put on and to take off. You see, so easy. And this is a grass cami top. I'll link the blog post because I wrote about this on my blog post, even though I haven't shown it yet. But yeah, I love it. And it's in Art Gallery Fabrics. And you only need like 1/2 meter of fabric to make this top. And it's just useful. It's got a little bit of shaping at the bust here. And I love it. I love it. I'll be making a lot more of these. And I love the fact that I only need 1/2 meter of fabric. So I plan on making more of these in silk as well. But this is useful for cleaning day because it protects the clothes. And if I have to jump out and do an errand, I'm able to do that. It's Wednesday, the 23rd today. I just got back from town, from the city center, or the central business district, or the high street, whatever you want to call it. And I actually went in to do a bunch of other stuff to do with banking. And so I decided I'd stop by Denim Fabrics to buy the contrasting fabric for the guitars. So this was the closest I could get with a matching quilting cotton. And these are colors that my husband has said my father-in-law will wear. So a subscriber gave me a great idea, which is that, if he doesn't like it, I can always say it's my husband who chose the colors. So I'm covered. So as you do, you kind of go past some of the fabric places, because I haven't been to town in ages. I stopped by Jack's Fabrics as well as I was running out of time, and this caught my eye. It is a cotton satin, so it's got a nice substantial heft to it, as you can see here on that. Yeah, and I got the last of it, and it's got a little bit of elastane in it. It stretches out just a little bit, but it's got enough heft to be able to do a nice fit and flare style dress that will hold. So I'm thinking a fit and flare style, obviously, or something that's got a skirt and a jacket and a matching jacket. There's so many options, but I really like these are rosebuds and roses in bloom, and I love roses. I've got some rose bushes that are currently in bloom right now, and I kid you not, every morning one of my things that I love to do is to have my cup of coffee and I'll just take a walk amongst my roses, and it just replenishes me, and they make me feel good. I love roses. So when I saw this, I was like, yeah, bang, I'm gonna get it. They only had 2.4 meters left. So this is Jack's Fabrics in Leeds Markets. They kind of tend to have rare, quirky stuff that pops up and you never know when it pops up, and they don't have an internet presence, so it's not like you can keep up and find out that they've got stuff in stock. It's just when you walk past and you find something that looks amazing. So I'm very, very happy with this. And even though the colors are not quite as popping, at least it's still within my color range. So there we go. Yeah, I'm really happy. This is a new lipstick that I bought from MAC. It's called Girl About Town. And I think it's just got this really beautiful, bright, clear pinkiness to it that just, yeah, I liked it. I tried it out and I liked it. So yeah, we have that there. We're heading towards the end of the month now, so hopefully there isn't any more fabrics that I am buying, but yeah, never know. Yeah, never know. And separately, Denim Fabrics had a lot of really lovely fabrics, but I was running out of time. The parking meter, because it doubles, you know, if you go from 2 to 4 hours, it goes from £4 to £8. So I was like, I need to go. But I have to make a plan to go to B&M Fabrics again, because they did have some really lovely cotton jerseys. I'll catch you in the next one. So very quickly, sort of sewing related, the other thing that I went into town to buy was a slip. So this is from Marks and Spencer's. Okay, so that's where I get all of my stuff, all of my undergarment stuff, my foundation garments, because Marks and Spencer's, you can't beat Marks and Sparks. It's just amazing. So this is basically me being a little bit lazy when it comes to sewing lining. So with a slip, and I got this idea from Mrs. Josie, because she was telling me that she's got a slip that she wears, and so she doesn't really bother lining some dresses or some skirts. And I was like, you know what, that's a really great idea, but it wasn't the sort of thing that I wanted to buy online. So I decided to go and I tried them out, and they come in different lengths, and it's a non-stick fabric. It's got a little bit of stretch to it as well if you wanted something that's a bit more form-fitting. So I'm really quite excited about using this. I also wanted to get the full slips so that I can wear them with fabrics that may seem a little bit sheer sometimes, like on bright sunny days when you're wearing cotton lawn, the light just shines through, and you know, anybody, if you have the light behind you, you're just going to be showing off your silhouette. So I wanted to get a full slip, but they didn't have them in my size, so I'm going to order those online. But yes, so this might be a good idea to try out if you are, you know, just rushed for time, don't have time to sew the lining, but you really want to wear the dress or the skirt, you know, get yourself a slip which you'll be able to use for such things. Hello, lovelies. Today it's just 2 days away from July, and I don't think I'm going to be getting any more fabrics, so it just occurred to me that I just need to record the outro to just say, you know, those are the fabrics that I got in June. And I have to say, I quite like the format actually of recording the fabric as I get it and then cobbling together, sort of like a, you know, putting them all together. Yeah, so let me know what you think about the new format in the comments box down below. I'm a lot better today with my allergies because my antihistamines have begun to kick in. And I'm just finishing off
the shirt that I'm making for my father-in-law. And oh, you guys, it is coming together so beautifully, and it's just been so much fun because it's been a really long time since I've worked with quilting cotton. Sorry, I'm sort of losing track of where the this is. So it's been quite a while since I have worked with quilting cotton, and I'm kind of seeing why it's a lot of fun to sew with. And yeah, but I should be finished with this one today. I've just finished attaching the collar, and now I'm about to do the sleeves. So until I see you in the next video, lovely people, have a wonderful day, weekend, week, and happy sewing. Bye. I just wanted to say that I was very impressed by the fact that this quick sew pattern actually uses 1/4 inch seam allowances. So it's got really very, let's see, where are we? Yeah, the seam allowances are very small, so that was quite interesting. But yeah, it's sewing up really nicely.